there, for today's video we are going to be reviewing fantasy. Fantasy stories have made up events that could not really happen. So when I think of fantasy, I think of the word fake. Okay? Fake. It's not going to happen. It's made up, not real. So let's go over the different parts of fantasy. We have characters, settings, events. Characters, not found in real life, like a talking dog or a flying pig. Animals that talk and act like people. So 3 little pigs that, they're talking, they're building houses. That's not real. That's fake. Then we have setting. Where and when the story takes place is unusual. For example, maybe a floating castle or a kingdom underwater, right? That's unusual. We're not going to see that. Events. Events could not happen in real life. Problem is solved in an unusual way. So maybe it's by snapping your fingers with a wand, magic. It's just make-believe, okay? So whenever we think of fantasy, we have to think of imagination, right? Whenever the author writes a story and it's fantasy, it's made up, it's make-believe, we can say, hey, that author wrote that story to entertain us, because the author wrote it hoping that you're just going to go ahead and enjoy the story. You're not trying to learn anything, or they're not trying to convince you anything. It's just for enjoyment. Okay? Okay, on the next slide, I have a couple of examples. Some of the sentences may be true, or they may be fantasy, so I need your help to sort them in the correct box. Which one is fantasy? So we have a fantasy box and a true box. The true box is going to be facts, it's going to be real, it's not made up, it's true. Fantasy, it's fake. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull these little boxes over here. I need your help. 1 is fantasy, 2 is true. So let's go ahead and practice. Show me fantasy. Show me true. Okay? So here's the first sentence. A dog can walk down the street talking to a cat. So I know a dog can bark and I know a cat can meow, but can a dog talk like I'm doing right now? Can a cat talk like the way I'm talking now? So is that fantasy or true? That's fantasy. We're not going to see that. Okay, let's grab them from over here. Remember, fantasy, true. A genie can grant a magic wish if you rub his lamp. A genie can grant a magic wish if you rub his lamp. Does that sound like it's fantasy or true? Did that really happen? No, that's fantasy. All right, let's grab another one. A teacher can eat an apple in the classroom. Could that really happen? Is that true? Is that something that can happen? Yeah, that's true. That's nothing unusual, right? A rainbow can have a pot of gold at the end of it. A rainbow can have a pot of gold at the end of it. What do you think? Fantasy or true? That's fantasy. I mean, as much as I would love for there to be a pot of gold at the end, that's not real. That's fantasy. A witch can make a poisoned apple to make someone sleep for years. That sounds like it's Snow White. Is that fantasy or true? A witch can make a poisoned apple to make someone sleep for years. That's fantasy. That's what happens at the end of, towards the end of Snow White. And we know that story wasn't true. It was fake. Make-believe. Here's another one. Children can go on a trip with their family. Children can go on a trip with their family. Could that really happen? Is that true? Or is that fake? That can't happen. Fantasy or true? That's true, right? Children can go on a trip with their family. That can really happen. So, let me just clarify. with the box with the true, these are things that could happen, okay? They're not make-believe, they're not unusual. They could happen, okay? And the fantasy box is not, it cannot happen, it's fake. Right here. A bug can dance and sing when it feels happy. A bug can dance and sing when it feels happy. Can a bug dance and sing when it's happy? I don't know. I don't think that's true. That's fake. I know bees do have a dance, but they don't sing. There is a little, when bees are happy, they do a little dance, but they don't sing. School bus drivers can wake up early in the morning. School bus drivers can wake up early in the morning. Is that fantasy or is that true? Could that really happen or no? That's true. School bus drivers do have to get up early in the morning to go and pick up their students. Here's another one. Vampires can watch a basketball game in the gym. Vampires can watch a basketball game in the gym. Fantasy or true? What do you think? Fantasy or true? Well, first off, are there really vampires? No. So if there's no vampires, then they're not going to be able to watch a basketball game in the gym. Vampires are made up. Last one. Spiders can build a web to try and save a friend's life. Spiders can build a web to try and save a friend's life. Let's think about that. So do you think spiders build webs to save their friends' lives? That is not true. That is fantasy. That is made up. All right. Well, thank you for helping me sort these sentences. Let's go ahead and talk about fantasy one more time. Fantasy. Stories that are made up. They have made up events, made up settings, made up characters. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this little video.